not too good today.
Oh, that's good. How about we sit down and we talk a little bit about
Sounds
this?
good.
I didn't catch your name. What was your name? I'm sorry.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, it's nice to meet you. So, my name is Megan. I'm the University School social worker. So, pretty much, if you have any problems or anything that you would like to talk about, everything that we do here, we go under our confidentiality agreement, which means that this is a very safe space. So, no matter what you say or anything that goes on, unless it is deemed a possible hazard to you, to anyone else, or that we're worried that anything might happen, that's the only way that anything that you say might get out of here, just so you're aware. So if there's any problems that you're having, just know perfectly safe space for you.
Okay, that's good to know.
Okay. So what's been on your mind lately?
Well, so I'm having a really hard time so far. I'm a first generation college student, and I'm about 2 hours away from home. So it's been a struggle.
It sounds like it's been a struggle.
Yeah.
2 hours away?
Yeah.
How do you come? Do you commute or do you live on campus?
So I live on campus, but I don't have a car, so I can't get home to see my family.
Oh, that must be hard. When was
It
the
is.
last time that you saw your family?
So it's October now, so it would have been when I moved in September.
So it's been some time.
Yeah, well, they recommend not going home until Thanksgiving break
Mm-hmm.
to kind of try to make it so you're not homesick, but I'm really homesick.
Yeah, if you're a first generation college student, that's got to be very hard.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone else that you know that's dealing with the same things, or that you've met that is also a first generation college student?
No, I'm actually like pretty alone right now. I have a roommate, but we don't talk. They're on like the sports team or whatever that they're on, so like I don't really get to hang out with anybody. So I eat alone and I go to class alone, and I'm not really making any friends. So I don't really know anybody else.
So back home, who were some of the people that you hung around with for the most part?
I mean, my family was my biggest support, and it's really hard now not seeing them.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that going back and visiting your family a little bit more often might be beneficial for you?
I mean, I don't really know. I know the college advises, trying to be a little independent and trying to put yourself out there. And plus, I don't have a car, so I can't get home, and I don't have money for the bus or anything like that. I don't even know how to navigate the bus system. How do you navigate the bus system when you're a first generation college student and you don't know how to get around anywhere or get home or see your family, and you don't have any friends? You can't go anywhere.
I'm really sorry about that. So, has your school offered any kind of services besides, obviously you've come here, has there been any other steps that you've taken to kind of alleviate kind of some of the stresses and the worries that you've been having?
I mean, Res Life said I could go to them, but I don't feel like going to anybody about it because I don't think anybody's going to understand what I'm going through, You get thrown into college, you get thrown in, and then they have their orientation, and then they're like, hey, this is going to be a great time, and then you're just on your own. And what do you do at that point when you don't have anyone around other than, the people that you pass in the hallway on the way to class?
Mm-hmm. Do you usually end up spending a lot of your time within your dorm? What do you usually end up spending most of your free time doing?
Well, I like going on walks and stuff. So I've been walking around campus because the campus is pretty big.
Yeah.
So I'll be walking around campus. I'll stop and get a coffee at Dunkin' and stuff like that. So I mean, I really like doing that. And sometimes I'll just kind of sit out in the common areas just to have people around and be able to talk to people in passing. So I mean, I really like going and seeing what's out there.
Have you thought about taking part in some of the residential activities and events that are on campus?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I do. It just seems like there's I can't find my crowd. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What are kind of some of the things that you enjoy doing that?
I mean, I guess I'm just so used to doing stuff at home with my family.
Mm-hmm.
So not having them around, it's just not the same. So I don't really enjoy the same things.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, back at home, we used to, in the fall time, we used to go to pumpkin patches, and we used to go pick apples, and just I like being around people. So it's almost just that it's not even specific activities. I just like being with people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a people person.
So there is a lot of very lively here at Binghamton downtown life. Have you reached into going downtown and being a part of maybe that kind of lifestyle?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
So we actually have a busing program here at Binghamton. It's our blue, you've probably seen the big blue buses that are going around. Those are the student drivers. So a lot of them take the students from main campus. Do you live on main campus?
We do.
So they take a lot of the students from main campus right on down to the downtown area, which is a very lively space where a lot of our students end up doing a lot of their communications and end up making a lot of connections and a lot of friendships down there. There's a lot of food and party lives and obviously some bars because that's the college lifestyle. I don't know if you're into that, but
Not 21 yet.
I understand that, but at the same time, there is still a lot of very fun activities that happen down there. We have Luma that just happened a couple months ago, which was a lot of fun for our younger people in the area.
Mm-hmm.
We also have the Binghamton. I know it's the diner. They go around and they look at it's the restaurant week. That's what it's called. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember the name of it. But the Binghamton Restaurant Week, where a lot of our young people who are also into food and all those kind of things, they can go around and communicate with
food.
those. I know food is a very fun thing. So maybe that might be something that you might like to look into. That would maybe expand the kind of things that you're doing and also make you feel a little bit more like you're not so alone.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. It's like I need to start getting comfortable doing things on my own. Like I don't have my brothers and sisters anymore. I can't go do things with them. I can't just hop in the car with mom and go drive to the store, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's definitely a good point. I need to start like getting out there and doing things and not just walking around campus and getting coffee and hoping I meet people, because it's not really gonna work anymore, it seems like.
Mm-hmm. So what is something that you think you would like to do, like from now on moving forward?
I think definitely like making an effort to put myself out there. Like you kind of said, like I'm gonna have to work on like my courage and like putting myself in situations that I'm like not as comfortable with.
Mm-hmm. Do you also think it might also be a good idea to also maybe call your family, even though you can't be there? It might be a good idea to maybe call them every once in a while, check in, just so you could hear their voices. I'm not 100% sure if you know if you're part of the Skype kind of thing, or if you know the FaceTimes, but those I know with the new technological advances that a lot of the students also like to be able to see their parents. At least if they can't see them physically, at least they could see them through a phone or through a computer screen. And maybe it might make you feel at least a little bit closer to your parents as well, even if you can't be there physically.
For sure, yeah. It's really hard, you know, not being able to see people, and it's just a really like isolating situation, and you get sad, you know. So that makes it hard too, not being able to go do things because I'm just sad that I don't have people here.
Have you ever had any, I'm sorry if this is a step too far, but have you ever had any issues with depression or any of those kind of things growing up?
I mean, nothing diagnosed or anything, but I mean, I always get really nervous in like these social situations that we're talking about.
Yeah.
So I think like having my family around like really helped get rid of some of that nervousness, but not having them here, like I have to learn how to do that on my own, and that's really difficult.
Do you think a lot of the familiarity and that routine that might be breaking, do you think maybe that might feed into a lot of the worries and the anxiety that you're feeling?
I don't think I thought about that.
A lot of our first generation college students seem to struggle a lot when it comes from, especially if they've lived at home for most of their life, when, as you've mentioned, you move 2 hours away. That's a very big step, which is very amazing at the same time. I'd just like to point out when you're taking those big steps for yourself, and this is also a growing experience for you. This is something in which is putting you into that adult lifestyle, which sometimes is a little hard when you're first doing it on your own. But we have so many students who are also feeling the same way as you, so you're not alone. I probably have talked to at least 5 of people who have almost mentioned some of the similar things that you're going through. We do have a lot of first generation nights. We have a lot of like freshman nights, students who are struggling and those kind of things, to where they can all group together. If you look on our Binghamton University events page, there's a whole bunch of clubs and activities and events that if you look into, you might meet a lot of new people who are also going through the same things as you, so you don't feel as alone on campus.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely a lot to think about at once.
Of course. If you would like, also to make it easier so it's not so overwhelming, I can print you out some sheets and stuff to take home today as well, so that you can have all of that information at your own leisure, and you can flip through it when you're hanging out in your dorm and you're wondering about something to do. You have those sheets right there for you available.
That'd be really helpful.
I'm glad to help you in any way that I possibly can. Is there any other worries or struggles that you would like to talk about?
No, it's just that general feeling, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I think some of this helped. It's just a lot to think about. So
Of course. So how about we start thinking about things to move forward from today, since I know we're getting a little bit close to the end of our session for today. What are some movements that you think that you should take, or that you would like to take is a better way of saying it, from now on for yourself?
I think I need to just take the leap and look up the bus schedule, the local bus schedule, and see where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good starting point. And maybe like reach out to my RA or something to see what programs are going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe I'm just not putting enough effort in, you know?
You might, I wouldn't word it so much as you not putting enough effort in, as to you just, as you mentioned, you weren't aware of a lot of these opportunities, but you came and you made the steps to do what you're doing now, and now you are aware, and that's a huge thing. So as long as we can continue working and make sure that you're getting everything that you need, because we want to make sure that your time here at Binghamton is as successful as it possibly can be, and we want to make sure that you are as successful as you can be for your future. So don't ever think it is a lack of effort on your part. It's what we're here to do, is to fill you in for that kind of missing information that sometimes it does just kind of go over our head a little bit.
Definitely, when there's so much to think about and sort through.
Exactly.
So I appreciate your help sorting through all the things, because it's a lot.
Yep. And anytime that you are having any issues or any apprehensions or any worries about anything that's going on, we're always here for you at Binghamton, and I'm going to make sure that we print out all those sheets and stuff for you to be able to take home. And if you need some help up with finding the bus schedule, are you aware on where to look those kinds of things up?
I think so, yeah.
I will make sure that you have that kind of information before you leave today, so you're
Thank
not
you.
worried about those kinds of things, okay?
Yeah.
Is there any other worries that you are having for today? I just want to make sure that we are making progress. Of course, for our next meeting, we can talk about anything else that comes up from here between there. But is there anything else?
No, I don't think so. I think I just need to focus on taking it step by step, like we had talked about, and looking up that bus schedule first is going to be a good first step, I think, to get me on that right path.
100%, I think. I'm really proud of you two for coming today. I don't know if I'm sorry if I've said that too much, but a lot of our first generation college students, they do struggle with these kind of things, and a lot of them don't come for this kind of help, and I'm really happy that you came to speak with me today. And it was really nice meeting you too, by the way.
You too.
So let's go and get all that stuff printed out for you and get you all set up. And if you have any more questions, we'll make sure that that's handled for the day, okay?
Thank you.
No problem. So let's go get this stuff done. I think it's this way.
Sounds good.